Recording in progress.
All right, it's me and Mary in the studio, and we are going to practice some yoga. Okay, let's begin in child's pose. Let's just start by taking that first welcome breath. Welcome yourself home to the mat with a big, deep breath in and a big breath out. And begin to generate conscious contact with the breath. And allowing the air to move in and through you. Okay. And wiggle your hips from side to side and press your forehead into the mat. And just give yourself a little eyebrow massage. And then make your way to all fours. Start to move through some rounds of cat-cow. Just moving the body without an agenda. Allow these movements to be natural, essential, more of a call and response to what's needed in the moment. Just a few more rounds. Make your way to downward facing dog. Swim around in your down dog a little bit. Set your eyes to one point. And find your breath in and out. Soften the knees a bit. Pick your heels up, roll forward into plank pose. Look forward. Take a big breath in. Come to your knees, take cat pose. Push the floor away. Inhale, lift your chest, cow pose. Child's pose with your exhale. Inhale, come forward, cow pose, lift your heart. Downward facing dog. And we're going to do that again as a flow with our breath. Pick your heels up, roll forward into plank, take a big breath. Set your knees down, cat pose, push the floor away. Cow pose, lift your heart, look up. Child's pose, sink back. Come forward into cow pose, lift your heart. Downward facing dog. And we'll do it one more time. Roll forward into plank, take a big breath. Drop your knees, cat pose, push the floor. Cow pose, lift up. Child's pose, sink back. Shift forward into cow, lift your heart. Downward facing dog. This time, pick up your heels, bend your knees, look forward, step to the top. Halfway lift, big breath. Ragdoll pose, catch your elbows, soften the knees, and open up your feet at least hip width. Allow this movement to be free, grounding, essential. Shake your head out, yes and no. Release your bind, put your right fingertips on the floor, soften your right knee, left hand to low back, take a little twist, look up at the ceiling over your left shoulder. Big breath. Bow forward. Left fingertips to the floor, soften your left knee, right hand to low back, look over your right shoulder. Big breath. Bow forward. Catch your hips, press down, rise up, reach your arms over your head, interlace all 10 fingers, flip your palms to face the ceiling, take a big full body stretch. Pull your palms to touch at the center of your chest, pick up all 10 of your toes, stretch out the skin on the bottom of your feet. You can either close your eyes or set your gaze softly. Let's join our voices together in the sound of Om. Take a big breath. Om. Reach your arms up over your head. Look up at your fingers. Start to lift your heels up off the mat and just play with your balance a little bit on the balls of your feet. Really good. Take a big breath in. Ground your heels. Slowly begin to fold forward, hands to the floor. Let your head fall. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Forward fold. Inhale, reach up. Start to pick your heels up off the mat. Look up at your fingers. Play with your balance a moment. Take a big breath. Ground your heels, begin to fold, hands to the floor, head falls. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Bow forward. One more time, rise up, begin to lift your heels, look up at your fingers, balance a moment. Ground your heels, fold, hands to the floor, head falls. Halfway lift, take a big breath. Downward facing dog, plant your hands, go straight back, nothing extra. Eyes between your toes. Bounce your heels up and down a little bit. Find that buoyancy in your knees, a little softness in your elbows. Inhale, pick up your heels, bend your knees, look forward, step to the top. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Stand up tall, begin to lift your heels, look up at your fingers, ground your heels and fold. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Come to tabletop and we'll take a round of cat-cow. Move with your breath. And meet me back in downward facing dog. Big breath in and out. Pick up your heels, bend your knees, look forward, step to the top. Halfway lift. Forward fold. High mountain pose, begin to lift your heels on the way up. Ground your heels, bow forward. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Camel pose, come down to your knees. Catch your hips, stand up on your knees, big breath. Press your hips forward and open up your chest. Stay for an inhale and an exhale. Inhale, come up. Plant your hands, downward dog. Breath in. Breath out. Pick up your heels, bend your knees, look forward, step or hop. Half lift. Fold. Stand up tall, look up, pick your heels up. Bow forward with your exhale breath. Lift halfway. Plank pose this time. Plant your hands, step back, always permission to plank on your knees. But whatever you do, look forward, hug your belly in. Find that fierce breath in and out of your nose. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower to your belly and then make your way to up dog. Push the floor away, straighten your arms. Downward facing dog. Big breath in and out. Pick up your heels, bend your knees, look forward, step or hop. Halfway lift. Bow. Stand up tall, keep your heels on the floor this time. Pull your palms to touch at the center of your chest. Grab your block, put it between your thighs. Keep your feet hip width apart, squeeze that block between your thighs and make your way into chair pose. Bend your knees. Good. Stretch your arms forward. Keep squeezing that block and grounding into your heels. Really initiate your thighs. Engage the inner thighs. Hug the pit of the belly in. And start to generate a little heat in the body. Get a little lower. We're here for 5, 4, 3, a little bit lower for 2, 1. Bow forward, release the block. Halfway lift. Take a vinyasa. You can choose cat, cow, camel, plank to up dog. Do the next right thing. And we meet together in downward facing dog. Take your right leg behind you. Warrior 1. Step through and rise. Settle into your front knee. Find the breath. Set the gaze. Just get physically present to what's happening right now. Just as you are. Take a big breath. Interlace your hands behind your back. Find a clasp. Stretch your knuckles down. Start by lifting your chin and your chest up and just pause here a moment. Pull the shoulder blades in. Broaden in your heart. Take a big breath. Humble warrior, bow forward. Put your eyes on your back big toe. Bend your front knee a little bit deeper. Nice work. With an inhale, warrior 1, rise back up. Warrior 2. Good. Challenger stance. Pick your shoulders up to your ears, roll them down, pull them into the spine. Reverse your warrior. Take a moment here. Open up your right side body. One more big breath. Bring your hands to the floor and flow. Take your favorite thing in this moment. You have options. Remember, we always have choices. And we'll meet in downward dog. Take your left leg back. Warrior one. Give yourself plenty of space. Take a little time to just settle in. And then receive the pose. Just as you are. Nothing extra, just bare bones right here, right now. Take a big breath. Interlace your hands behind your back. Start by stretching your knuckles towards the floor and lifting your chin in the opposite direction. From your belly button through the tip of your chin, generate length. One more big breath here. Humble warrior, bow forward. Put your eyes on your back big toe. Commit to the bend in your knees. Shift a little bit further forward. With an inhale, warrior one, come back up. Warrior two. Stretch your fingers out. Pick your shoulders up, roll them down. Reverse your warrior. Take a moment here to generate that length. Really reach up, really reach back. Take one more big breath. Vinyasa, put your hands on the floor. Do the next right thing. Don't overthink it. Move and breathe. Big breath in and out. Pick up your heels, bend your knees, look forward, travel to the top. Halfway lift. Fold. Stand up tall, look up. Sink into chair. Engage your inner thighs, take a big breath. Fold. Lengthen your spine. Travel through a flow. You choose. We'll meet in downward dog. Take your right leg back. Warrior one. Rise up. Interlace your hands. Breathe and lift. Bow. Come back up. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Vinyasa. Move, flow, and breathe. You are only responsible for this moment. Left leg goes back. Warrior one. Press and rise. Interlace your hands. Pick your heart up and bow. Inhale back up. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior and flow. Eyes to one point, big breath. Soften your knees a little. Pick up your heels. Bend your knees, look forward and travel. Lift halfway. Fold. Stand up. Sink into chair. Fill. Fold. Lift. Vinyasa. Take your right leg back. Warrior one. Press and rise. Interlace your hands. Lift your chest. Bow forward. Rise back up. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Flow. And we'll take the left side and then we'll start adding on. Left leg goes back. Warrior one. Rise up. Interlace. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Flow. Breath in. Breath out. Pick up your heels, bend your knees, look forward, step or hop. Halfway lift. Bow. Right into chair. Bow. Lengthen. Travel. Down dog. Take your right leg behind you. Bend your knee, stack and open up your hip. If it's time, flip your dog. Find your 3 points of contact. Press everything else up. Three-legged dog. Warrior one. Rise up. Interlace your hands. Lift your heart. Bow forward. There's a change coming. Keep your bind. Look at your front big toe. Shift the weight into your right foot and just start to slowly lift that left foot off the floor. Just play with balancing and binding. Doesn't have to look good. Be willing to play. Set your foot back. Warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Side plank. Put your left hand on the floor at the top. Pick up your right foot. Send it behind you. I'm going to take it from my knee. You do the right thing for you. Generate your feet. Be active in your feet and your hands. Good work. And then see if that top leg might float up. Big breath. Cat-cow. Just smooth out the breath. Meet me in down dog. Take the left leg back. Bend, stack, and open. If you're ready, flip the dog. Set your eyes. Connect to your breath. Three-legged dog. Warrior one. Interlace your hands. Big breath. Bow. Look at your left big toe. Shift the weight into your left foot and start to play with picking up your right foot. Binding and balancing. Give up doing it right. Step your foot back. Warrior one, big rise up. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Side plank, put your hand at the top and make your way into your side plank. Beautiful. Hug your belly in, generate the feet. And then see if that top leg just floats for one more breath. You got this, Mary. Plant your hands and flow. Do the next right thing. Big breath. Let it go. One more. Come down to all fours. Stretch your right arm forward with your thumb pointing up. Look forward. Take your left leg back with all 5 toes pointing down. Big breath. Elbow to knee. Forward and back. Elbow to knee. One more. Forward and back, pause. Reach behind you, catch left foot to right hand. Once you have your foot, kick and lift your chest. Without slingshotting, release your foot, come back, take a round of cat-cow. Left arm goes forward, thumb points up, right leg goes back, toes point down, big breath, elbow to knee, forward and back, squeeze, one more, forward and back, pause, reach behind you, catch your foot, kick and lift. With control, release your foot and your hand. Downward facing dog. Right leg goes back. High crescent lunge. Take your feet a little wider. Settle into your front knee a little deeper. Breathe. Big breath. Palms touch at the center of your chest. Twist to the right, hook your elbow over your thigh. Make a fist with your top hand, plug it into your palm. Get your shoulders stacked, and then peel your hands open high and low. One more. Warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. I'm going to use a block outside of my ankle. You're welcome to use any tools that leave you feeling supported and free in this pose. Big breaths. Stretch your fingertips to the front wall, palm faces down. Look down at your right big toe. Now peel your right fingertips towards the front wall like you're holding that invisible beach ball. Yes, peel your shoulders open, heart up, beautiful. Take one more breath. Plant your hands and flow. Breath in and out. Left leg goes back. High crescent lunge. Land and receive. Big breath. Palms touch at the center. Twist to the left, hook the elbow over the knee. Make a fist with your top hand. Plug it into your palm. And then peel your hands open. One more breath. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Side angle pose. Keep noticing the flow of breath. Stretch your fingertips to the front wall, palm faces down. Look down at your left big toe. Now peel that left hand forward, hold that big ball in your hands. Peel your chest open, shoulder blades in. Take one more big breath. Flow. Breath in and out. Pick up your heels, bend your knees, look forward, travel. Halfway lift. Fold. Peel into chair pose. Lift your heart. Palms touch at the center, twist to the right. Make a fist with your top hand, plug it into your palm. Look up, and then peel your hands open. One more breath. Fold. Yogi toe lock. Peace fingers to toes. First lift up and bow. Notice how you feel. Release your toes. Bring them back together. Chair pose. Palms touch, twist to the left. Set your eyes. Make your fist with your top hand and plug it into your palm. Look up and peel your hands open. Big breath. Bow forward. Gorilla pose. Open up your feet. Slide your hands under your feet. Wiggle your toes a little bit. And release your bind. Catch your hips. Stand up. Reach up. Palms touch at the center. Big breath. Catch your right knee with your right hand. Put your left hand on your hip. And then reach for your foot if you've got it. Standing leg raise. Open to the right. Switch the baton. Come back. Put your left hand on your right foot. Take a twist. Put your right hand on your low back. If you can, start to look behind you over your right shoulder. Come back to center, airplane pose. Soften your standing knee. Come into standing splits. Drop your head. Half moon. Create your feet. Take a big breath. Step to the top. Reach up. Palms touch at the center. Take a breath. Left knee to chest. Catch your left knee with your left hand. Right hand on your hip. And if you're ready, reach for your foot. Open to the left. Switch the baton back to center, right hand to left foot for your twist. Back to center, airplane pose. Soften your knee and come into standing splits. Hands to the floor, bow your head. Half moon. Hands and feet, keep them active and engaged. One more big breath. Step to the top. Reach up. Palms touch. Take tree pose, right side. When you're ready, do the next right thing. One more big breath. Pull everything through center with control. Release your foot. Reach up. Palms touch. Left side tree. When it's time, find the next right thing. Root and rise. One more big breath. Pull everything to center with control. Drop your foot. Reach up, look up. Bow. Lengthen your spine. Pyramid pose. Step your left foot back. Ground your heel. First, lift your chest up to lengthen. And fold over your right thigh. Lift your chest back up. This time, twist, put a block underneath your left hand, right hand to low back. Look up towards the ceiling over your right shoulder. And if possible, peel your hand away from your low back. Big breath in. Side facing wide leg forward fold. Pivot. Drop your head. Yogi's choice. Anything that feels good here. Bring your hands back in front of you. Catch your hips. Rise up. Turn your right toes to face the front of your mat. Stretch your fingertips front and back. Reverse your triangle. Triangle pose. Grab a block if it's handy. Find 3 points of contact. And then stretch your left arm up and into the ceiling. Big breath in. Plant your hand, look forward, step forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Step your right foot back, pyramid pose. Take a generous step. First, lift your chest up and bow forward. Lift your chest back up. And twist this time. Put a block under your right hand. Left hand to low back. Look up to the ceiling. And if it's there for you, peel your hand up towards the sky. Big breath. Pivot to the right, side facing wide leg forward fold. Invitation to bind this time. Find a bind that feels good to you. Shake your head out. Release your bind. Catch your hips. Stand up. Left toes face the front. Arms stretch front and back. Reverse triangle. Big breath. Triangle pose. With or without the block, but try to create those 3 points of contact. One more big breath. Come to all fours. Take a round of cat-cow. Camel pose. Take a big breath. Gently shift your hips forward. Pause here. Take another big breath. Open a little more. Big breath. See what else is possible. Inhale back up. Have a seat on your heels. Nothing extra for just a moment. Bridge. Be essential. Lift your hips up. Walk your upper arm bones in. Interlace your hands. Ground down through your big toe mounds and lift everything else away. Lift 3 inches higher. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. Windshield wipe your knees or be still a moment. And we'll come up one more time. Bridge or wheel. You decide what is the next right thing. And come on in. Set your eyes. Find your hands and feet. And we're here for 5, 4, 3. Find your biggest lift for 2 and 1. Come down, supine butterfly. Feel the breath move through you. Happy baby. Interlace your hands behind the nape of your neck. Stack your knees over your hips. Flex your feet. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. Stretch your right leg forward. Right elbow to left knee. Switch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boat pose right away. Lift up. Find the expression that serves this moment for 5, 4, 3, lift up for 2, 1. Come to a seat. Half pigeon, you choose, or supine pigeon, whatever you like best. Give yourself the proper support. Roll onto your right hip and sweep your left leg forward. Catch your foot with your hand and straighten your leg. Fire logs pose, also called double pigeon. Stack your ankle and your knee and gently lean forward if that's the good expression, or lean away if you need a little less. Reverse tabletop. Sit up, unravel your feet, plant your hands and feet, lift up and go back. Slowly come down. And you'll make your way into the left side of half pigeon. Roll onto your left hip. Sweep your right leg forward. Catch your foot with your hand. Straighten your leg. We'll take the other side of fire logs or double pigeon. Ankle on the knee. Either lean in or lean back. Reverse tabletop. Slowly come up, unravel, and lift up. Seated forward fold. Tuck your chin, straighten your legs. First, reach your arms up and hinge forward. Take a big breath and pull yourself in. Slowly sit up. We'll take fish pose. Put your hands underneath your bum, fingertips face forward. Hide your elbows. And then come down to your forearms and drop your head back. Lift your chest 2 inches higher. Tuck your chin, come down. And find an inversion that you like. Anything that you want. There's a feet up trainer over there if you want to play with that. Just do the next right thing. Open your legs wide. Zip your legs up. Make your way to Deaf Yogi's pose. And gently make your way down to the floor. Open your arms into a T, knees to chest. Drop your knees to the right, turn your gaze to the left. Back to center. Take the other side. Come back to center and give yourself a big tight squeeze. Hug yourself in, forehead to knees, big, big squeeze. Make your way to Shavasana. Take a long, full, deep breath. And empty it. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And circle your ankles and wrists. Take a big full body stretch. And pull your knees to your chest. Roll over to a comfortable side. Make your way up to a seat. We'll transition to our meditation. Grab your blocks, put them next to each other, and we'll create a seat on the blocks. Yeah, we can face each other. Scoot all the way forward and let your booty kind of just hang off the edge. Yeah, good. Find a good resting position for your hands, something that keeps them out of the way. Lift your shoulders up to your ears and roll them down your back. If it's comfortable, you can close your eyes. Begin by noticing and anchoring into the sound of your breath. Just notice that sound flowing between your ears. Calm, steady breath. And allow that sound to anchor and calm you in this present moment. The gentle rise and fall of breath. Without effort. Present and light. And just keep following that sound in and out. Like the sound of waves crashing. Now, shift your attention to the tip of your nose and your nostrils. And notice the inflow of breath. More specifically, notice the temperature of the inhale. Notice the way the breath enters the body like a cool burst in through the nose. Stay connected to the temperature of the inhale. as your anchor to the present moment. The cool air that enters your nose with every inhale. And now, shift your attention to the warmth of the exhale. When the breath leaves the body, it leaves with warmth after having traveled through your throat, your lungs, and your belly. The breath exits with warmth. Allow the temperature of the exhale to be your anchor. Just keep following that warmth. And now, add the cool inhale to the warm exhale. Stay connected to the temperature of the breath as it enters and exits the body. The sensation of cool air entering and warm breath exiting. Stay connected to these opposing opposites. In this moment, both things are true. The cool and the warm. We'll spend the next 2 minutes in silence together. Continue to use the temperature of the breath as your anchor to the present moment. Take a big breath in. Drop your chin to your chest and just roll your head from ear to ear. And reach your arms up over your head. Take a big stretch. And then put your hands on the floor in front of you and take a couple cat-cows with your shoulders. Come up to a seat. Bring your palms to touch at the center of your chest. And just take this final moment to notice how you feel. You don't have to call it anything or name it. Just notice. And pull your thumbs to the center of your forehead. And gently bow your head towards your heart. In honor of you and me in this practice we share, I bow to you, dear friend, and say namaste.
Namaste. Oh, yeah.
That was fun.
Yes.
I needed that. And if you're watching this later, we love you. Okay.